One of the biggest mistakes I see new players making inside of Counter-Strike 2. This mistake is making you look like such a noob, and it's something that even experienced players can fall victim to, and it really just hurts your team's economy inside of the game. Now, if you want to improve your own personal economy and pick up some nice fresh skins, I have a message from the sponsor of today's video. SkinSwap is the sponsor of today's video. They are also kind enough to sponsor you with a free bonus by clicking on the link in the description. SkinSwap is the ultimate place for Counter-Strike 2 and Rust skins with a massive trading inventory in a top tier marketplace offering the most competitive rates out there. The best part is that you can earn an insane 40% deposit bonus when you use the link in the description. Combine that with the top of the line selling feature, including multiple different cash out methods, and their trading feature, which takes under a minute, and there is absolutely no reason to not sign up with the link in the description. All right, definitely check out SkinSwap. They're an amazing company. Shout out to them. Very grateful for them. Let's talk about the mistake you guys are making. So one of the biggest things I see in these games and new players doing, and from my own personal experience, is not understanding utility. Utility is what wins you games, guys. Utility is what's going to be the difference between your team dominating and getting dominated, especially as you progress through higher ranks and become better and better at this game. Your aim and your gunplay is only part of the game, and what makes Counter-Strike unique is this utility and the way it works. Now, the mistake I see new players using or doing is not using their utility, right? I see them buying all their utility, right? So say we're in spawn at the beginning of the round, I see you buying every single thing you can, $400 plus 300 plus 300 plus 200, right? And you're just wasting over $1,000 on this utility. And then what do? Your plan is to swing out middle dry without throwing any utility, right? Your plan is to literally come out here and run at them and just see how much you can do, see if you can kill them, and keep holding W and W. Well, at that point, you should have just not bought any utility, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to start understanding how utility works and taking advantage of the fact that you can drop it, guys. If you're ever going for an aggressive play, what I want you to do is understand that and say, okay, guys, someone smoke window. I'm going to drop you my utility so you can use in case I die, right? And now we've got all this utility out of the way. The round starts and we're making our aggressive play. Now, you don't need to drop everything. You can keep like a flash or an HE or, you know, one smoke, depending on what you want to do. But I want you to start understanding this and getting a picture in your mind, right? Am I telling you to never buy utility? No, because then you just look like a noob as well if you refuse to buy utility and you tell your teammates, well, I don't use utility, so I don't need to buy it. That is such a bad excuse, and that is even worse than just buying utility and not using it. What you need to do is understand the difference between every round you're playing and come up with a plan to determine when you should be buying utility and which utility you should be using, right? Say you're on a force buy, right? Say you're on a round where you can't buy everything. You got a Galil or something. There's rounds where it's better to get AK armor depending on your plan, right? Well, I just want to run out A site. I just want to run out mid, so I don't need utility. And then there's rounds where it's so much more important to get a Galil and get all of your utility because hey, I'm going to smoke top connector here. I'm going to flash out A, molly this, right? Do all these things for my team or for myself. And I need this utility, right? I need this utility because that's how I'm going to win the round. So figure out how you're going to win the round and make a plan so that you can much more effectively win these rounds and not just go into it lost and directionless and not know what you're doing. Because a lot of you right now are just buying utility for no reason, buying it just to buy it, and then you have no clue what to do with it because you don't know nade lineups, you don't know how to throw it, which if you want to learn, I have lots of good stuff on my channels, guys, on my shorts, on my regular videos, and you can check out people like Nardat here to learn utility and how you should throw it, where you should throw it, how pros are using it. It's very solid. But also, some of you are just refusing to buy utility, and it's even worse, right? Your teammates are like, what is this noob doing? Is he going to play with the team? If you're not buying utility, you're refusing to play with your teammates and be a good teammate for them. In order to be a good teammate in Counter-Strike, you need to be able to flash for your teammates, smoke things off, molly people out. It's what makes team play so much more possible compared to games like Call of Duty, other stuff where you're kind of just running around shooting. No disrespect to COD at all. I know it's very strategic. I'm simplifying it, but you know what I mean. Counter-Strike needs this utility to differentiate it and make it so unique, right? So take advantage of it. If you're completely ignoring it, then you're just ignoring, part of what makes Counter-Strike Counter-Strike. So make sure you think about this. It's a thing that is on T side and CT side, right? You might have a CT side round where you have an SMG, right? We'd have an MP9 here instead of a MAC-10. But say I want to push underpass, right? Well, maybe I just save my money and don't buy nades, and I'm pushing underpass. All I want is a flash here. And, we jump through window, we make our play like normal, and instead of having a full build of utility and wasting all that money, we're just coming under here and flashing and making our play, killing these people and getting out, doing whatever, you know, and just playing the round out. So always just come up with a plan. It doesn't matter what it is, just make sure you're doing something, because that focus is going to allow you to play better and feel more comfortable as well. When you don't know what you're doing or don't have a plan, you're just going to drift around the whole map directionless. Oh, I'm walking around here now, I'm walking back there. And so it actually just creates even more problems than just not knowing how to throw utility. It makes your whole team feel directionless too when you're a player that can't help out like that. So keep this in mind when you're playing. I know you guys will do better, and I appreciate every single one of you. I've been sick recently, so it's been very hard to make videos, and I'm thankful for all the support that you guys give me. So thank you so much. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Good luck grinding.